Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Victoria Nanozi, in case you're new here. Yes, in case you're old, thank you so very much for always coming back. I really appreciate. First things first, like I always say and always put it, please subscribe, and subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and comment. Yes. So today I'm here to talk about something that has perturbed my mind, or that I've been going through, or that I go through as a person, and I feel it has not been addressed, or it's not being addressed, and I don't know why. It doesn't have people who carry out sensitization, or we don't have people who go out to do sensitization programs about it. Though we have some few that are coming up to, but it's not like they are going out there to do sensitization, but actually they've put this on some, not certain, but some platforms. And it's because they have put it out on certain platforms because they want their stories to be heard. They want someone to come out and carry out sensitization. They want the public out there, the people out there, to know that, you know what, this is going on and it has to be addressed and it has to be talked about. Because if it's not talked about, if people don't come out to talk about it, then who will? Then how will he actually come to know about it? And it is none other than cramps, or what we call menstrual pain. Yes, I'll say one thing: periods in the African culture, talking about periods in the African culture is a taboo. I'm an African, and when I started up my page, one of the things that one of the reasons I did start it up was to talk about certain things, like some things people call taboos, some things that we actually have to talk about, but we still term them as taboos. Yes, even in the society we are in the 21st century, certain things in our cultures, in our African culture, are termed as taboos. Like, for example, talking about periods, people term periods as a taboo. Yes, it's our culture, and that is what it is. It is termed as a taboo. But like I was saying, when I started up my YouTube channel, I thought of some of these things, and I'm like, no, we've got to address some of these things, because if we do not address them, then people won't get help. People won't know that such things are happening to certain people. People won't know that it is a problem to someone else, that what you're terming as a taboo, in case it's dealt with, in case it's not dealt with, someone else is dying because of what you're terming as a taboo. So, and that leads us to today's topic, which is endometriosis. Menstrual pain causes endometriosis, but no, actually, it's not menstrual pain that causes endometriosis. It's endometriosis that causes menstrual pain. And we actually don't know that. Most of us don't know that that endometriosis causes menstrual pain. And what is endometriosis, for that matter? Endometriosis is a disorder that happens to someone when their uterine, or the tissue that is that grows inside the uterus, grows out or grows outside of the uterus. That is what endometriosis is. So when that tissue grows out of the uterus, it does lead to menstrual pain. And no, not every menstrual pain is endometriosis. No, it isn't like that. Yeah, so for you to know that you actually have endometriosis, you have to go to hospital, and they do check you to find out whether you do get a diagnosis to actually know whether you have it, which is rare in our society. Yes, people are rarely checked. When someone goes to a hospital and they're like, I have menstrual pain, they are rarely checked for they are rarely diagnosed for endometriosis. yes, they are rarely diagnosed for endometriosis, and yet I think it's the first step that would have, it's the first thing that would have been done, because for the stories, the few stories I've had, and actually I've had them from specifically two people. I'll watch them from two people. One is someone that I do follow on Instagram, and then another one was a lady that I watched on Dadasphere sometime last week, who came out, you know, to talk about Dadasphere is a platform that is a platform on YouTube. I think I'll share their link in here, that gives it's a YouTube platform that gives liberty to anyone, that gives liberty to anyone to go out and tell their story, to go and tell what their story is. So when I watched this, I felt like it triggered back the feeling that I've always had of wanting to also talk about this, yes, and of wanting to express it out there, and it is what I'm doing right now. So it is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, so as I was saying, endometriosis, having menstrual pain does not actually mean you have endometriosis. There are people who have menstrual pain and it's just pain. It comes, yes, fine, but it is not endometriosis. That is why you have to be checked to find out whether you do have endometriosis. And like I was saying, it's not like all doctors do check for that. Some doctors say every time you go for a checkup, every time you go for a diagnosis, they'll say, no, you're fine, we've checked everything and you're fine. And for the stories I've had, that is what doctors have always told people, not until they've gone to extreme situations, extreme pain that they cannot handle. Someone goes, you know, this is pain that comes immediately someone starts menstruating. It's not that it waits. Yes, it doesn't wait. It doesn't wait for you at all. You don't experience it later on in life. No, it's pain that someone experiences the moment they start menstruating. So, but you know, people, when you tell people, some certain people, they will always tell you, you'll go through it. When you give birth, the pain will go away. When this happens, but imagine that people you're telling, someone has started getting this pain from day one. They started menstruating way back when they were children, like when they were in their primary school, in their secondary school, and you cannot have a baby in secondary school, and this pain keeps on coming every month. It keeps on coming every month. It is a part of you, and it being a part of you, it means that you're not going to attend classes, some classes, because now when it starts, when you get it, when you start menstruating as a child, that means with the much pain that it comes with, you're not going to attend some classes. Some people are actually stigmatized. Like, you always think, why me? Yes, there are some people who are stigmatized because of their conditions. Like, you start, talking to you start feeling bad that it is only you going through that, and why. It's because it has not been, people have not come out to actually talk about it, or because talking about it is a taboo. Yes, because we look at it as a taboo. Most of the times on World Menstruation Day, what happens is people get to celebrate, people get to commemorate it by saying pads should be reduced, which I totally support. The price of pads is high and they should be reduced. They should be made accessible to everyone. People should find pads that are actually or sanitary towels. Yeah, sanitary towels that they are either pads or sanitary towels. Yes, it's the same word. So people should actually should make sanitary pads. I think that when they actually when they are advocating, they're like, pads should be made cheaper, condoms are just given out. Why is it not that pads are also just given out freely like that, and so many other things, which I totally support. I'm not like, yeah, so which I was saying, people are come out on World Menstruation Day and talk about they should buy pads, they should reduce on the price of pads, and I personally support that. I totally in agreement with it. But there's more to pads. There are people who are going through pain. There are people who are in villages, like what we advocate for pads, people who are in villages going through menstrual pain, people who are infertile because of endometriosis. Some of the symptoms of endometriosis, or things that endometriosis causes, is menstrual pain. Like I said, endometriosis causes menstrual pain. And I put it clear, not every woman who has menstrual pain has endometriosis. No. It isn't like that. There are women who have it, and who go through the menstrual pain, but they are not suffering from endometriosis. But I think when a woman goes through that, they should go, or a woman or a girl, they should actually go and get this diagnosis. And I think it is the first thing that doctors should look out for, to see whether someone has diagnosed for that condition. Yes, instead of them first saying you don't have a problem. Because every time when people have menstrual pain, what I've gone through and what I've heard from the other people, when you walk to hospital, I have walked to hospital before, they always tell you you're fine, but yet in actual sense, someone else, you may be suffering from this condition. One of the things it leads to is it leads to infertility. Treating it is actually very costly, and this condition causes endometriosis that has not been that people have not come out to talk about, or that is not addressed in our society. And I personally feel like we should have more sensitization about this. We should tell the world out there that, you know what, there is this condition that women go through while they are menstruating. There is this disorder that happens, and no one is bothered about it. No one actually knows that it can cause infertility, because one of the things that endometriosis causes is infertility. Women become infertile because of endometriosis if not treated earlier. The other thing it causes is it causes constipation in some people. It actually also causes a lot of diuretic. It causes bloating, nausea, and other things like pain in the bowel movement when someone is urinating, excessive bleeding, and infertility. So the reason I came out today is to talk about endometriosis is because of its less sensitization. Is because people are not talking about it. It's because I feel someone out there should know that you're going through that condition, but it can be treated. Yes, it can be treated. You don't have to first give birth in order for it to go away, because some people, even still after giving birth, they go through the same pain. But it needs to be treated. We need to advocate it. We need to see more people putting energy in it, as much as they put energy in buying, in the reducing of prices of pads. Yes, thank you. It has been me, Victoria Nanozi. See you next time. Please subscribe, like, and comment.